Alright, we have now learned the deck is not invincible, but this hand seems super saucy. No Dryad Militant, I think maybe for the first time this recording, but Grafdigger's Cage does it just as well. I may now be convinced about that new Gelman guide. Card seems pretty sick. Got this sick Namo here of Geist and Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah. And what? It's an uncommon, I think? Might even be a common? My god. New set seems pretty good. Got a lot of good magic cards. And it makes Eternal formats more affordable. Very sick. That's a pretty good draw. Opponent's probably just killing the experiment one here. Nope, just speeding things up. What? How did he... Oh, Gataxian Probe, of course, yeah. So this is pretty sweet. We're getting in some early pressure. We have a Dismember to kill blockers. We've got a Vines of Vastwood to protect. There may be a point where I have to decide if playing this Grafdigger's Cage is worth it. Right now, obviously, it doesn't do much. My opponent wants to Snapcast a Gataxian Probe. I really don't care. Opponent could just run out of Snapcaster Mage, like, if he thinks he's not going to be able to use it. Why not? But if he does, I'm just going to kill it. Going to 9. Still not doing anything. Well, now we got something. Lightning Bolt. Gonna Vines of Vastwood, I guess. No point in casting with Kicker, because then it can get Spell Pierced. Opponent right to play that on his turn, I think, because then I... Maybe not. We have a double bolt here. I like the idea of knocking out 2 of his cards to kill my 2/2. Opponent thinking hard. Maybe it's just going to follow this up with a Pyroclasm, but I still think not kicking it was the right thing to do. Spell Pierce isn't great for him. I don't want it to turn into a useful card. Still not going to play Cage, because my opponent can't Snapcast Flashback. Have to wonder if it's worth it. A Snapcaster on that Lightning Bolt would be incredibly detrimental. But not having Strangleroot Geist would also be not great. If he has like a board sweep, it's probably Anger. So the Undying wouldn't work anyway. And if he's got a bolt in hand, he can use it on Experiment 1. I'm going to play the Cage. Snapcaster Mage would just be too good a card. Decent chance this blows up in my face, but who knows? Opponent is running low. Can't stop these creatures this turn. He's going to 1. Turning off his fetch lands. This has to be an Anger of the Gods. Yeah. Okay, so playing the Cage was correct, I guess, because the Undying would have done nothing for me. Opponent is at 3, though. But I draw a land. So that's very unexciting. Thrun would be the best. Scavenging Ooze. Actually, Scavenging Ooze is crap right now. Leatherback Baloth would be okay. It survives a Remand and a Mana Leak. Opponent possibly doing nothing. Continuing to draw lands. Feels kind of bad. We've drawn 3, 4, 5 non-land cards and 7 lands. Feel like this game's going down pretty quickly. Wondering if there was something we could have done to play it better. Maybe aggressively use Vines. There's the Kyrano, so that's going to be pretty scary. That's just about the worst draw. But if he taps out, I could get a Strangler guys down. Hasty for the win. Let's see what he revealed. He just revealed this guy. That's the effect zone. Yeah, he revealed this guy. So I'm just wondering if maybe dismembering him is the right thing to do. But I'm kind of interested in saving that for a blocker. I think I can take a few swings from it and be okay. But we do need to start drawing something. Thrun obviously still would be the nut. Opponent working hard with Serum Visions here. Now I'm taking 3. If he plays another spell, maybe I do just dismember it. So then I'm not really losing any extra life. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with the 3 here. Really hope to draw Thrun. That's annoying. I may just have to dismember this now. I think that's actually what's gonna happen. Opponent's got 5 cards in hand. I kind of feel like Thrun's the one-outer. What could this possibly be? Oh, Remand. Remand still, donks me for 4. So yeah, I think I just have to... God, I'm taking 3. I think I just have to hope my opponent doesn't nut me out. Opponent seems like he's nutting me out. Putting me to 4, I'm gonna go to 2. Electrolyze, Bolt, any other burn spell here. Gonna do me in. Serum Visions, any spell. I think he hasn't cast that Sleight of Hand yet, so I'm pretty sure I'm just dead now. So this feels kind of bad, but the deck's sweet. Had some fun. Won some matches. Won against a deck that would typically be considered a bad matchup, I think. I think we played fairly well. Couple mistakes that didn't end up mattering. But this deck... I mean, I almost feel like other than the sideboard, maybe it's almost perfected. So it's tough to build more around it. It's tough to say where it ranks on the tier list, but my opponent just keeps going here. But I do, Jesus. I do think it's something. I do think if it's your kind of deck, if you just love green spells and you love attacking, it's a sweet one. It's also really cheap. You know, Thrun, I think, is the only expensive card. Yeah, Thrun, Scavenging Ooze are the only 2 rares in the deck. The sideboard, you know, Bailouts are cheap. I think Graph Digger's Cage is kind of expensive, but I mean, that's just such a must-have if you want to be a modern player. So we're back, making our opponent wait. Sorry, roll bomb. Maybe an extra Thrun in the sideboard. That seems pretty mana hungry. Strength. Oh, we could have had it next turn too. Oh. Alright. See you next time, guys.